All right. Okay. Hello. My name is Peter, as some of you may already know, and welcome. Today we're going to start off the video. Before we get to the drawing, I want to do a little bit of show and tell. Show you something, a couple things, and tell you a couple things. First of all, here are a couple of the chairs I tried attempting to design in my chair class this semester. I think I may have showed you these already. I'm not sure who I showed what I showed who. Here's the first one I tried designing. This is made out of MDF, and then I cut it out with like a CNC cutter thing. Here's my second one, and then this one I actually made into a full-scale chair, which I think I've shown a picture of before on this channel. And then that was just like my prototype, and then I was gonna make another like final version of it, and then the school closed. It's just some things. All right, second item to show you is these things. If you'll look down here, these are some little Muji items I didn't show you before. They're little Post-it notes. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Little Muji Post-it notes. As you can see, I kind of use them just for some little notes. You can peel them off, stick them places. I usually, as you can see, I kind of use them for making little notes or for, getting my pen started or whatever. They came in orange, yellow, light yellow, and white. And, they're pretty cute. I like them. They're also good for like using as tabs in a book. If you want to mark a page, they're pretty good for that also. They remind me of like, you ever seen that movie no, I almost said Princess Bride. I meant Cinderella though, when that one mouse, I think his name was Gus, was trying to hold all, I think there were kernels of corn, and he was trying to hold them all. They kind of, for some reason, they remind me of those kernels of corn he was trying to hold too many of, and they all flew out everywhere, and the cat caught him. All right, moving on. Something of a similar size and shape. Next item of show and tell are these little, these are bread bag clips that for some reason I am mildly collecting. I just kind of like the size and shape, and I don't know, something about them just is a little bit satisfying to me. I could throw these away and there would not be any significant loss, but it's just interesting, I think. Okay, another collection item. Wait, first, show and tell sunglasses. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe so. Wrong outfit? Different outfit? Do I need to do something with my hair? Or is it all right just like it is? What do you say? All right. Next item. Is this. This is a great deal of dryer lint that I have saved, and I'm not sure why I have saved all this dryer lint. As you can see, I just scrape it out of the lint catcher, and then I add it to the pile. I just go shoop, 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 and then I add it to the pile. And I started saving it at first because I can see it like lint wafting through the air. I started saving it at first because I thought I'm gonna go camping sometime, and I heard that some dryer lint in there under the sticks or whatever would be a great way to start the fire. And so I really only needed to save like 4 of them. And I actually took like a little baggie of some of these camping ones, which I didn't end up using. But then I just like kept on saving these. Maybe it'd be good to use as stuffing if I wanted to make a stuffed animal or fill a pillow or something. But I'm afraid of all the fluffies. There's like a lot of little floaters coming up out of it. Regardless, I just started hoarding this stuff, and then I couldn't stop. I'm going to throw this away. I'm going to throw all of this away right now, and then when I get more dryer lint, the next time I dry my clothes, since I don't have a stash, I'm throwing it away right now, okay? There now, since I don't have a stash I'm already working on, I can throw the future stuff away. It's fine. All right, for the final item of our show and tell before we get going, I want to do a little experiment. This experiment could be done in many ways, but basically I want to see how easy it is to talk if I have one piece of duct tape over my mouth. You know how in the movies lots of times people have a tiny piece of duct tape over their mouth and then they're rendered, it almost seems to totally paralyze them. All right, let's see how easy it is. See how it affects me, okay? Okay, that was totally useless. So, just another movie trope, I guess. I could see maybe how if they took several wraps around your face, also it could have to do with my facial hair. I have a little bit of a facial hair going on, but I just don't see how. I mean, this is brand duct tape. It does say basic strengths, and maybe if I got like the, abduction strength tape, it would help, but it always bothered me how easily it seemed to mute people. Anyways, let's start drawing. All right, so I sat down for a while and tried to draw something totally different. I was going to do a drawing for my chair class, which is now much more conceptual, philosophical, and theoretical in nature, as I've mentioned before, but nothing happened. I did experience... Oh, that was my stove beeped because it's done preheating. I'll talk about that in a second. Some of my culinary habits at the moment, but I was experiencing some good old-fashioned artist's block because I wanted to draw. Now the chair class, like I mentioned before, is less about physical chairs and more about like for me at least right now. I've been given a lot more freedom with it, and now it's more about like maybe where I'm sitting with this whole situation that we find ourselves in. Maybe that could be one way to approach it. I've been given almost unlimited freedom with it, which is something I'm not used to with my school projects, right? One of the things I've been kind of enjoying is some restrictions with my assignments, but anyways, so this was going to be a video of me doing some more homework, but it didn't end up being that because it wasn't working. My brain, I sat there, I struggled, I tried daydreaming about it, and it wasn't happening. But I still had the urge to create. Like I wanted to do something, I wanted to draw, I wanted to make a video. So I just went back to doing a doodle like I've been doing for so many years, and this is what happened. This is what a doodle made more or less out of straight-ish lines, and so it's kind of less blobby, more mechanical, kind of like I was constructing something, very additive in nature, right? Now I will tell you a little bit about my culinary habits at the moment. I have been cooking a lot more now that I've been, quarantined or whatever this is called. But don't get your hopes up. I'm not actually like good at cooking. I've just been using the oven instead of the microwave to cook things. I'm still cooking frozen things like almost every day these days, probably 4 or 5 times a week. I eat a nice pot pie. They have nice pot pies these days. There's a number of companies that make them. I bought most of the ones available at the store and compared them, and the supply comes and goes. Sometimes the ones I like aren't there. I just try to kind of stock up on them. Tell me, should I be worried? Look, one of the times I bought some of the pot pies, one of the cardboard box, the cardboard box is perforated because you're supposed to kind of like pop it open and pull the pot pie out. It's in a little tray. And do you think it's a bad sign if the cardboard box is already open, like can germs and stuff get in there? Like what's the worst case scenario? Because for these pot pies, you have to cook them at 400 degrees for an hour, right? If the pot pies did get contaminated by anything, like the box was open and it got in there onto the pot pie, wouldn't anything that got onto the pot pie become cooked, like neutralized, like killed by the heat of the oven? Is there anything that I should be worried about that would survive that 400 degree gauntlet, right? Because I was checking out and then the cashier was like, hey, you know, this one's open already, right? And I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. I'm going to cook it anyways. And then she's like, are you sure? And then like her manager was bagging the stuff and, and she's like, he said, it's fine. Just come on, give it to me. Like she was, I was like, thank you anyways. But then later that was the first one I ate. I ate that one first just so I wouldn't like have it sitting in the freezer and also sitting in the back of my mind. I just ate it, got it over with. I feel fine. I feel okay. But I don't know. Should I have been worried? In the back of my mind, I thought, like cooking stuff. I mean, that's the whole reason why you cook it. Like raw meat and stuff isn't good for you, but then you cook it and I don't know. Maybe there's sometimes certain things happen in your life that set you off reevaluating and wondering if everything you knew was actually true or not. And I'm not sure. Anyways, the pot pies have been good. I've been eating some frozen pizzas, just making myself sandwiches. Been eating anywhere between 2 and 4 oranges per day. The little oranges, they call them like cuties, right? They peel pretty good. I like peeling them. The ones that are satisfying to peel, I enjoy. They don't taste as good as some of the ones that are less easy to peel. I think I mentioned that before, but just if it's really difficult to peel, and I don't like it when orange peel stuff gets under my fingernails. That's one of my pet peeves, probably. So, I don't have very many pet peeves. Probably another one of my pet peeves, if I haven't mentioned it before, is that when people try to tell a joke, and they have something really funny to say, but they interrupt themselves in the middle of saying, like, the punchline. They interrupt themselves by laughing. Like, I think you should really just learn how to power through and just be able to spit out the punchline and spit out what funny thing you're saying instead of laughing. Right? I totally understand it's a human thing. Like, I don't actually get upset with people, but you feel kind of left out. Like, they're just sitting there laughing to themselves and you're like, okay, just say it already. And half the time they come up to you like, hey, the funniest thing just happened to me. And then they just keep laughing and they can't say what they wanted to say because they're laughing too much. And then eventually do I start fake laughing just to kind of, join in on it a little bit? Just say it already. And then like, just hold in the laughter just for like, 3 more seconds until you finish your sentence. And then just bust a gut, and then I'll join with you and it'll be hilarious. That's my other pet peeve, okay? When people interrupt themselves by laughing. That's it. I know it doesn't have to make sense. That's the thing about pet peeves. They don't have to make sense, okay? It's fine. All right. I gotta go put my my pot pie in the oven now. It really does take way longer than cooking stuff in the microwave. It's amazing how much longer it takes. Like a microwave, stuff might take 2, 3, 4 minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes if it's really crazy. It takes 10 times as long in the oven, but somehow it really does feel like it tastes better. It has a better consistency when it's cooked in the oven. Wait, did I get those mixed up? Microwave and oven? Yeah, the oven just makes it taste so much better. And I've got all the time in the world now that I'm just stuck at home and I'm not rushing off to anywhere, and it makes the whole apartment smell good cooking them, and I don't know, it's great. I don't mind. Anyways, all right, see you later, everyone. Hope you have a good one. I enjoyed doing this drawing. It took me 2 days. I full recorded time was about 8 hours, but then when I cut out all the breaks, it was only like 3.5 hours. So, I don't know. I was watching Person of Interest. It's like a Netflix TV show about some guys. It's like a crime show. Anyways, I'll see you later. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you're hanging in there. Weird times, but hopefully we all make it through okay. All right.